What are they called?
Drugs?
Oh, is that what they're called? Okay. Sorry, I don't work out.
Well, I mean, drugging, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Teams this good from Europe, Fnatic, and Sentinels from North America, of course. Opening up onto Icebox, Fnatic on the attack. And already we'll get an ice orb thrown in towards the A site just to create some presence.
God, it's so nice to just watch and not have to play, you know?
Movement here towards the B side.
Stress-free.
For Fnatic, as they'll pick up the ultimate orb as well. So at this point, if you're Sentinels, you're not quite sure really what's happening. We do see Shazam getting a quick info grab.
All right, so we'll see what they're doing is they're going forward into the play. So with a little technical difficulty, we'll get DD back in just a moment here. A minute and 10 left on this round.
TDK disconnected.
Play towards Crane. The walls are set up. Slow play for now.
Wow,
Get a
this
bit
is so
of a drone
slow.
out to see what's happening. A nice
Love
job by Six.
Super serious.
Get an eye on what the prize could be as they work their way towards B. Fnatic here, not exactly deathballing as Magnum is on the side focus. Alert bot in mid so they can keep the rotation. Like I said, chess game. Expect
Fnatic looks like they're expecting Sentinels to get aggressive almost.
Execution coming in on to B now. And we'll see if they can make this happen. Everybody rotating around from Sentinels, the team that loves the retake. And we'll see what they can
That's
do.
new.
Yep, with the wall.
With the wall, too.
Walls
That
up
was
now, and they
really
can't really make
sick,
an entry towards
actually.
That top side, spike has been planted, and it's a fury to get back in here. Shazam with one on the ghost to Durka.
She's just going to stick it.
Well, that didn't work out at all.
Already noticed. He's
What
the
was
one
the
making the
plan
plays.
here? They're all
They're
playing
getting
B
the
main.
defuse. Shazam's going to find it. They cut the wire.
Okay, that was
and
fucking
they, for the
trash.
first round,
So-
Sentinels
So
Like, what?
the plant was cool, but it looked like there was no follow-up.
Shazam goes down in the
That-
end, but they are happy to pick
It looked good at first, and then it looked terrible. That was really weird. I think
Chaz ready to own.
I think the reason why that went so horribly for Fnatic is because no team has kind of contested them that quickly. They put the wall up, they planted, they realized they planted up there. Shaz and whoever else was there broke that wall almost instantly. Then they had two people on the double flank, but the double flank couldn't have gotten there. They couldn't get there fast enough. They just never seen someone work so quick on that, I think.
There was no answer from yellow or anything, though, either. Like, I don't know.
Behind any of those toxic screens that are up, they're going to have to force their way through. Dangerous if you don't have weapons. Quickly up to the maze. Tens gets himself right on top of pipes here, and we'll see if he can hear Magnum coming
Nice
around.
shot.
So it's a great intel
Wow.
shot. Durka with the Marshall coming up huge. Oh, my word. And I think we have TDK back. There's back. All right, I believe.
All right, straight back into the action. Although we have a nice little calm point here as we get the rotation from Fnatic over towards the B side of the map. Not too much there to defend this, of course. Just Soms playing a retake position. Just looking to
I feel like
hold down
Tens is
this
going to need a
point.
hot
Just not
start.
that much information for Sentinels stacking
Or
more
else
towards
it's
middle.
gonna-
So they figured it out. The question is,
I don't know.
Wait, you think
if
you
they're
said
gonna be able to
Tens?
Yeah, I think he
stop
needs a hot
this.
start, or else it's going to be
Fnatic,
kind of
one
rough
the
for
things
him.
They do best on this map is playing those post-plant lineups, and it looks like they shouldn't have too much of an issue in getting the plant that they're looking for here with that Viper utility down on the ground.
And they've gone for that kind of partial buy here coming into the second round.
Little
The
rough,
spike
little
plant,
rough.
extra money.
Yep, definitely a little
Makes
rough.
them
Looking
feel
a little
good
rough
about
right
putting a
now,
little bit of
but
investment here into this second round. Toxic screens start to go up as Boaster gains a little bit of ground. He does not have a shock dart for another 3, but he gets in a position to fire that off here as Durka takes another
They're
one
about to
down,
get
down
ecoed.
falls.
Yeah,
force a
maybe,
push in
actually.
here, Sentinels, they know they have to make the
Zam
action
is really
happen here.
low.
If they allow everybody to fall back off of the spike into those post-plant positions, it's going to be very tough indeed, and that's what's beginning to happen here. Fnatic, with good positioning overall, Boaster playing around yellow, can sense the presence here of Sentinels as they start to make the move forwards. Boaster's able to at least
wow, I
deal
can't believe
with
Shaz
one.
didn't die right there.
Yeah, he actually won that.
Sentinels as they get the
Oh,
pressure
that's a
on,
nice
but
eco.
Soms, he's going to have to try to stick this.
GG.
and he's
Or-
be burning
Yeah,
in the
go next.
acid.
You
Not a
fucking
great
number
look
one.
for
I
him.
don't know what to say.
Fnatic
NA really needs to step up their
really
shit.
well done by
Well-
them. I mean, I just love
Yeah, I'm
the
just gonna play
discipline.
both sides.
You're
You're
loving it.
I'm
You're
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
trolling.
loving it.
I love
I'm
it.
eating up right now.
To
EU is so
take
good.
that
Holy
B
shit.
site. They didn't rush things. They tried to put up the
Actually, best
utility, see if
region.
that would bait a response once they understood what was happening.
Damn, that was a
to
nice
make their
shot.
way, methodically
Yeah, no, it was
forward to
sick.
get that wall up for the safe plant. Just very
So was
disciplined stuff
that.
there from Fnatic.
They're
Looking
just
really
looking
tight on these pushes
firm.
so far.
Looking happy as well on their side. The end of those getting pretty gritty. Fnatic holding strong. And we got to remember they played crew yesterday. They're feeling pretty good as they are on the stage. Shazam and squad on Sentinels.
Shaz
in their
has
first
knives.
Game. trying to put these frags in. We'll
He's
see
got-
what they can do. Now,
oh,
one
that's
fun
actually
is
really
that
quick.
was an awesome
That
eco
mid
round
aggression,
to put
really? Okay.
Sentinels on their
Flank
heels
fast,
coming into
too,
round
double
2.
Keep
flank.
somewhat aware of it,
See,
though.
it's
They're already
another
turning
beast right here. They're
turning
feeling
around.
comfortable. They feel like the challenge and getting face-to-face with Sentinels is in their favor. So Fnatic go towards B again.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to deny.
Wait, Shaz didn't
this
commit to the
side
flank?
take. If you're Sentinels,
No,
you're
they had
so
a,
low in the way of
bot
equipment.
back there.
Oh, I
Nice
see.
out from Shazam. He's able to
There's
nail
two
Durka.
flank-
Around the side
Oh,
goes
baby!
Shazam is annihilating everybody with the ultimate.
Okay.
And that's going to cause a lot of problems here. 2 players left, Doma and
That sucks that he got so ahead of himself right there, but it's okay, the boys are gonna clean up.
Boys are there. That's what we call a beautiful
Now
kill.
that
So these are the
was...
things I need to see
Now-
to make an opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
I told you guys, NA was #1. Like, it's
my
really
God,
that
This
simple.
game is delivering dueling third
Damn it,
round
Justin.
Blade Storm coming in from
But now
Durka
guess
and
what?
Shazam.
Fnatic has the
Let's
knives.
see more of that. 2-1
Maybe they
can
can do the
in.
same
What
thing.
a round for both teams there.
I think
Love
he
to
just
see
used
the
knives, didn't
aggression.
he?
Love to see that both teams are
oh.
not giving an
Oh, he
aim.
did?
It
Oh
wasn't
my god.
waiting for the
I
didn't know.
play.
I
Even
missed
before
that
they
first
knew
kill.
what the
I didn't
actual
see
hit
it.
was,
I looked at my
because of the
chat.
information gained on both sides. Toxic screen, schmoxic screen. Boom! The flex on for Shazam.
Damn,
We're
hyped
giving
up.
the let's fucking go, baby.
Sentinels feeling
Nice.
good,
I
but I
love the
feel like
blue.
this is going to be a very back.
That
and
is
forth
fucking
game
land,
here.
just battle ready. He's like, I've been to
Yeah,
1,000
I definitely
lands.
agree with you. And
Yep.
in terms of momentum, though,
Hardened
I'm
veteran.
loving that for Sentinels because that's got to feel good.
Jordan, he was our teammate once.
And
He was?
Fnatic,
It's crazy.
I thought
Has always
Jordan-
down to peak.
not with the
I
best.
thought Jordan was
equipment in
asking
the
that like
world.
a question. He was?
No, I mean,
They're able
I
to
remember all the
accomplish it, going
Shaz
for the
moments.
pressure towards
Uh,
B long. They don't have
Shaz is
to
always
get
down to
into
take an
this,
angle
they
right
have
here. He's
presence
ready to
elsewhere on the
dash.
map,
after
but
Good old
he gets-
Aspen.
They're going to pick up the ultimate orb, and Shazam's going to be here with the operator.
oh.
No,
Wait,
he didn't
actually,
even
with that
dash.
That looked like it went through his.
That is
hip.
a huge opening
Where'd that
early
bullet
on
go?
now for Fnatic,
EP.
going up 5 against 4, and with
He's
a
bummed
minute
about that
to
one.
play with as well.
It's
I think
so
he didn't
big
dash
we
because
see
he
it's
thought he hit
already
him.
a root
Like,
keeper
I like where his
situation
head's at
by
though,
the
like
still
taking that peak. I
suspectors.
like that he's
They-
not
it
just
was
falling
1 for
sight
1 as we
early.
went in around
Well,
two
hopefully
seasons
after
in
whiffing or
Sentinels
whatever, right?
moving
Hopefully he
back
still
up.
has that same
Offense
mental because
been
he's got to
accurate,
take fights like that
back and forth
for this
economy.
half to
It needs
look
to at
good,
least
or the
return
game,
something.
I guess.
So great job by Fnatic to start off there. Make it really sting on this round to start.
Oh, damn, that
It's
was
gonna be
sick.
Sentinels to pick this up and find that off if they can.
That was
Doma
sick.
says not this time though.
Yeah, great moves going up on
Does
the
Stick
wall
always
in
play
the
Silva
toxic,
on,
rather in the poison orb.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
Split?
The
I mean, fucking.
The tens just get lurked on. Tens just got lurked on so hard. Oh my god.
Fnatic, you know, you said it's going to be very back and forth, and it's looking like Fnatic have such a strong response. Shazam, after having such a great round just previous, struggling to connect that one shot, and that was all it took. That opportunity going to Fnatic, they knew how to play out that man advantage. And again,
Jesus.
it's that
One bullet
methodical
him.
approach towards that B side that's been causing some issues.
Yeah.
We got a
So I
little
would be
fucking
surprised to see some
slugfest right
kind of
now.
adaptation
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
through from Sentinels, where maybe they invest more to try to actually aggressively take B long, or they can play retake on B as well. There's definitely a few different options
Bro,
available.
I
Sentinels if they
hate
want
when
to try to
people
mix
just
things
ride
up.
tens.
Yeah.
Like they're not
They're
having
just
too much
already
luck here on B
hating.
long.
It's literally been like
Well,
4 rounds.
you gotta ride the star.
Just quickly encroaching.
It's unbelievable, though.
The play
It's not like
right
he asked
now
for it.
For what
True.
we see coming in from
They did it to
Fnatic
him.
is, okay,
True.
they're going to give us enough room to make it all the way up Crane, even to yellow,
Like,
get a toxic
Jesus,
screen,
this guy
our
isn't
Sage wall
invincible,
up,
bro.
and be able to plant. They're so happy to take the after fight. They have a really great post plant so far. So doing that each time, you saw the spike go towards B at the beginning of this one as we were watching the replays, but this time it sits behind A for one of the first times. And they've only been here to pepper A, Fnatic that is. Now it looks like they may actually commit to the site.
a gun
to see
round
how
from 'em?
Sentinels reacts in round
Oh, they
5.
forced hard. Oh my god.
Yeah. Dude, A is so fucking hard to hold.
Yeah.
You could have 4 people there and it's hard to
But then
hold.
high
Yeah.
ground. Now the question
Full
is,
commit.
They do, though. This would be
Sentinels
solid.
just- in fact, they are going to full hold this.
feel like
They're gonna try to
SMGs are
retake
pretty
it
good
all.
for
It looks
holding.
like it's all on the line
Oh,
right
wow.
on the side.
Fuck yeah. Great early kill. Break the wall.
They
That's
knew,
a
yeah,
massive
they
kill
they
on
knew
Sage.
exactly where that was going down. They're gonna just let this
So
ult
they want to
happen.
fight for this rip, but they're going to get denied by that lockdown.
Because
So
now
that's
the
actually
retake's
had
much
massive
easier
value.
without that Sage wall. Although Dirk about to do work.
Util to come up.
Wow.
Shot come in from 6. Shazam
That
goes
just
down
sucks.
though as they're still waiting
That's so
for a little bit of
powerful.
find to get back
I love
into
to see
this
both
site. Maybe a
Jets
sonar
confident
bolt
right
to
now.
make it happen. 4v4 on the retake as Durka takes aim.
You gotta be. That's why
All
you're
the
playing
way
Jet,
on
right?
the
You gotta be
steps.
confident. And if you're not, then you're, oh no, the whiff, the lineup, the whiff.
Great
So well
line
set
on that
up.
Hunter's Fury, absolutely. And also,
What if
has
he
the
whiffs the
ability
lineup
to go
again?
with this late lurk, this flank, it has
Oh,
been
no.
protected. Dapper's looking for it on the back. He's
He
actually
whiffed the
closer,
lineup
and
twice,
there goes the
bro.
spike tapped. It's going to be Fnatic having to force the issue, moving closer now. They've got to closer distance because
there's
the
whiffs
stick
going
seem
on
to be
right
coming,
now.
but Tens comes off a bit to get the frag to prevent the trade. Has to stick it again. Does he have time? Can he make it
Wow.
work?
Oh my
Able
god.
to take that
Close.
one. My goodness, that was so very close, down to the milliseconds. But Fnatic, they pull it out of the back rib, 3-2 for them.
I wonder if he had a flash. If Tens had an extra flash.
I wonder if Boaster had some lineups ready for like the screen flank, or if he was just simply flanking. You know, like some shock dart, cheeky shit.
Dude, Mystic missed both of his lineups.
And what I think is extra awesome,
I think.
Fnatic right now
Looked like it anyway.
Again, getting to the site.
I only saw the
pretty much
second
as
one. I didn't
fast
see the
as
first.
can,
They
and
both
getting
went the same. They
plant
bounced
Well, I
off
don't
the top.
think
puts Sentinels
they
in their
planted. I don't know if he
retake
planted
position.
where he
Fnatic,
wanted initially.
they're still not
Oh,
losing.
right, because they
Doing a
had to
great
kind
job
of
at that
change
while
the
Sentinels
plants.
is
Yeah,
doing
you're right.
He
You're right.
wanted something gas.
Yeah, you might be right.
And we may have one of those more sleepy rounds where it's just a few pistols, but the sheriffs can be quite dangerous.
Yeah, because originally they used that
Like
teeny
Icebox,
tiny
always
pixel
open
to plant with the
ranges.
sage wall, and it might bleed just enough
These
to touch
sheriffs
it.
can certainly cause problems. I think a good initial objective for
But to me, it looked like it whiffed
Sentinels
hard.
themselves, if they possibly can find a way to do so.
One of them definitely
Dapper's
did.
able to
It wasn't
find
even in
some
the bomb
jiggle
site.
action around
They
Yellow.
both
He's
went.
gonna have
Yeah,
to
they both
back
went the same
away, though.
spot.
Managed to actually bait out some utility, so he's got a
Bomb
lot of
site.
information. That's going to allow
It's weird how
his
no one
teammates
told
to
him.
respond here.
Somebody was
Sentinels
looking
will
at
have
it,
players in
too.
position to maybe deal with this, but all of this utility is certainly hard to cut through.
Boaster got so much good vision in mid. He droned all the way under tube into a
Whose
kitchen,
pick is this,
seeing
by the way?
Viper both.
I
Psalms
think this
and, I
is
believe,
Sent
Sick back
or
there, so they have a great
Fnatic,
idea of what kind of
but
utility they'll be
I'm
facing
not
after
sure.
Blue Orbs.
I'll look real
Fnatic is
quick.
doing a great job of just getting in the mind of Sentinels here before these rounds start, which is why it looks like they're moving so seamlessly into B each time. And
What
a
is
nice
going
fight
on?
to
Yeah,
bring down
it's
to Dapper.
Fanatics.
Oh my god, all the Vipers coming through here, and it's just an
course.
absolute mess.
Yeah,
But there's no
Fanatics.
one on the spike just yet. You see some not quick enough to deal with the second nano
My
swarm.
God.
The first one though, Sick able to take down Magna, makes it a 3v3, but time is against Sentinels on this retake. Bosa's trying to push the issue, find his way forward towards the spike. He's
Wait a minute,
dealt
just quick
with the
ace real
issue
quick.
there, and that
The
will be
Mystic.
Fnatic picking it up.
Viper
He's coming
OP.
through. Great stuff there. My goodness.
All right.
That dude,
Our first round
Sentinels
separation
made
has
that
sent
that
Sentinels
round
back
really
in
hard
front
for
of
them.
Fnatic as
Sentinels
the
didn't
path.
really
Looks like they
invest
have
too much.
momentum,
They
too.
had
Starting to figure
sheriffs
out
and they
again. See,
used
they
the
get right to the site. Once
they had
can,
sheriffs. They
only
used
need a
Viper
little bit of
ult
info
and
to do
Viper
that.
or
And
and
they
Sage
set up
Wall,
to play that game of chess as
but
they back up
they managed to
throughout
kill
all of
3
this
and
utility.
use the ults.
Like you said, utility heavy.
I don't know.
Site takes as they get back in.
Bad?
High-fives, fist bumps all
It wasn't
around
bad.
Fnatic
Is
as
what
they
I'm trying to
start
say. It wasn't like terrible that round. It's pretty good.
Definitely.
For
Oh, I love
Sentinels.
this from Shazam as well, going deeper right at the beginning, looking for those opening.
Damn,
picks
they gave
for
up
the
on that A
operation,
aggression
mix
like
up
right
those
away.
angles,
Yeah.
So you can catch your opponents off guard. Doesn't get anything this time, except some early information, and we'll see just a default coming through here from Fnatic, slowing things down on the attack. Seeing if they could catch any early plays from Sentinels. I think at this point it would make a lot of sense that Sentinels would be trying to do something
Yep.
in the early round, but they are actually holding passive for now.
It might be one of those 30 seconds again, right as 30 seconds hit, slam the site, get it down, pressure the utility usage, and again, fight within that chaos. There's the 1 minute mark going through. So using utility here would kind
Playing
of be
so
weird,
slow.
having utility come back every 30 or
They
40
just
seconds
want
for
Sentinels
controllers
to
and
make the
whatnot,
mistake.
But it looks like that's when they want to execute. So they're going to plant shortly after this, unless they're drawing things out of Sentinels on this, or Fnatic, sorry.
Holy, they are
And actually going
plowing
towards
through
A,
this.
actually.
It ain't gonna work.
It- Jump through
That's a
smoke.
good
Yeah.
early defense coming through from
Didn't
Tens.
work at all.
Shazam knocking down everybody here
Whiff.
for Fnatic. Very little left to work with. Boaster and Durka is all that remain. And time is against them here as
Yeah.
well.
Man,
damn.
Shazzy
Ooh.
doesn't stop enough
Shazzy's a land player, baby.
can do to maybe get
Disrespecting
some
him, too.
damage there, but Shazam finishes it
Shazzy's
off.
a-
Some of those
Lovely
stats
stuff.
where like it can
And
work
it's-
and
it
it
was
looks really
interesting,
good if
you
it
know,
does, but you
because
have to go like if
it
the
had
team's
what
ready
looked
for it,
like-
it's like you run through so many
Typically,
defensive
Magna's
angles.
gonna be playing towards A with the Killjoy turret trying to deny information.
Yeah, they held that well.
And
Yeah.
I think
they had an answer to that. And Sick like read that well. He knew it was coming. I don't know how he knew, but he knew.
Shazam with the fast reposition. It might have been whatever they threw over the wall. Like they threw something to smoke off the cross. You know? Like the spawn angle.
And the focus was to get the operator back in his hands as soon as possible. They know what kind of control it puts on the site. And it stops aggression really well. We know that. It's one of the things the operator does best is it shuts down aggression.
Man.
What a shot coming in
a little
there from
flick.
Shazam. Tens answers as well as they start to take a few. Had a little bit of an econ by here as they farm down Fnatic.
Wow.
Dare I talk again? About the regions? Dare I bring it up?
It was an eco.
I shan't. I shan't.
The operator has been out for some time.
I'm just saying Shazam is looking spicy.
You may expect them at this point, given how much they've been shut down on around A, that maybe they would start working that beyond control early again. So then the mind games start to come through, and there's a couple options. Either Sentinels do what they've been doing, which is just
there you go. Ten's got some confidence. He got some eco frags.
It's all about those eco frags, dude. Build that confidence.
Yep.
I know that. I know that all too well. Jordan used to tell me to rush for ecos.
That is happening. Early presence here.
This Mike, your own 5. You need some eeks.
Yep. Yep. He didn't say it like that, but yep. I knew what he was saying.
From Shazam, he'll get healed up there by Doma, so they're taking a second to reset. Get themselves back into position. Now, the operator, as I said, shuts down aggression, but it's also probably going to draw a little bit more utility out of Fnatic. So they got to figure out what Shazam's first shot is, where that operator then moves to, because it usually goes to a second spot. And you can see now he's creeping over towards under mid. Going to see if he can route what usually is the rotation here from Magnum, and we'll see if it pays off.
B hit or
down though, so they're going to be covered on the rotations. Nice job by Fnatic keeping everything in mind around the map.
They're just going to use
a little A pump.
Yeah, they're going to use the dart. They're going to what they're probably going to do is they're going to drone, clear the space, use the same wall maybe.
Or like a Sage slow at least, so it looks like Sage there coming to plant.
They slowed and they used the oh, that's a big pick though.
Wow.
And that's a fantastic find there. And there's a res. That means that they know that there's at least 2 players.
Man, that res is actually.
Viper hasn't moved at all. Zombs over there ready.
But at the same time, here comes the play towards B. So quite confusing. But 20 seconds to go here, Rib, and soon the game will be given.
Oh my God, Zombs! He's got that idea, dude. He's got an idea of what's happening right now.
He always allows it a sight that 5
he got
5 are alive once the spike goes down.
Wow,
Here we are for that play. Spam just through the underside of the box where Zombs can cut it.
No way, dude.
What? Now, and they are cleaning up a bit at the site.
Going on?
Fnatic? Hello?
Yeah, lovely stuff.
Was he trying to plant right there in the open too?
Yeah. I don't know where they thought he was.
Sentinels really holding on to things. And again, Sentinels are...
that was confusing.
They're doing such a good job without information. They're just so confident.
I thought NA had delay.
Together that they're not really
Jesus.
a chance.
I love it.
There's a lot to be said for playing that style, because you're giving up information to do it.
Position super well though, right
the
there.
cost of doing that is that you feel a bit safer. But hey, they're really making it work.
Hard Patty gets the
so
4th right there.
And this is a retake heavy map. And so far, they're showing confidence there.
Whoa.
Man, this is aggressive.
Confidence on both sides here. We see Shazam going up with his operator. Hunter's Fury there for Boaster. Blade Storm and Empress available. Shazam just on point with the quick
Shazzy can't miss right now.
Switching back and forth.
We need that.
Except for the very first round or whatever, the second round. Whatever that was. He brushed that off real quick.
Again, he's a deterrent.
That's what I'm saying, though.
On that A side.
Fucking like second 2 rounds into a VO3, you gotta fucking, I'm keep peeking.
Old Comfort, that B site.
Yep.
I love the wall here. That's going to really delay any split attempts. So that just messes with the timings here for Fnatic. They're going to be forced to make their way forward. Magnum with a great creep forward takes down Zoms. Dapper might be in with a chance here as he wants to try to harass them, but now down to 3 players. Dapper has to survive. He's got to keep his team anchored on this site for a retake.
Very nice.
I love the way they all strat a little bit from the side of Fnatic. Usually that wall is up when they get into the site. This time it's down, and they say, how much room
Shaz is thinking, come on, boys, hold your sight.
A bit of room, but here comes Shazam once again. We've seen it before. Another one, but he's over yellow. That's Mystic.
Shazzy has like 18 kills already.
We're tied up once again at 5-5.
Crazy, dude.
Impressive stuff from Fnatic. Really nice recovery. The forward push coming through round B was just fantastic. Really opened things up there for them in what was otherwise a fairly dire situation.
Yeah.
Again, Shazam and TenZ, they've been they've been formidable on that A side. It feels very hard to gain entrance. And we might see, once again, early presence placed on that A site. Look at, judging by the minimap.
Looking at the economy, looking at that timeline, it is going to be another purchase.
Oh my
Sentinels do
God.
go down, but Shazam puts an extra $200 in his pocket as they aggress. It was Fnatic.
Dude, he is on right now. He is on.
We'll take that ground first and do a quick pepper
He's a little
shot.
too on.
Okay, two on.
Sometimes you gotta get punished sometimes. He's gonna keep at it.
Yeah, that first pick was totally gross.
He's too on
now
right
it's
now.
up to TenZ to hold this one down. He's got Sick as well.
Ooh.
Sick is going to get taken out by Durka, and TenZ is going to go forward. He doesn't
what
really
a
have
trade.
much choice. So with that said, after the dust settles, there's only 2 players remaining now for Sentinels in this retake. But only 3 to deal with, so feels quite doable for them. As Dapper presses his way forward,
Oh,
but
there's the round.
the Viper's
Yep,
pick coming
round's
through
over.
is certainly going to
Round's
make
over,
life
Viper.
more difficult here for Sentinels. Tom's up above, trying to
You
find
can see
his
your
way
feet.
forward, but I think he's got sprayed straight through. That's
Yes, sir.
a heinous stuff from Fnatic, working out
DDK
quite
just
nicely.
said
6 to 5
The word heinous.
as they look to
I
try
love
to take
it.
advantage going
Good
into the final
vocab.
round of the first half.
Anus?
No, not anus.
Missed it
heinous.
on the Viper, 12 and 6.
What is that?
Shazam, 17
hair-
and 10. Both doing for what they can for their teams to bring these frags out. The trade
Go ahead, give it your
Shazam,
best
but
effort. What is it, Mike?
again,
I'm
we
unsure.
saw it in their first match where he just kept picking up kill after kill. He's a madman when it comes to opening up the site for Fnatic, and everybody rides that wave right behind him. We saw right there for the round to pick up number 6 as we head to round 12. Can Sentinels tie it up?
Yeah, Shazam actually looking for something in mid, or we haven't seen him really doing this before, so it could catch Fnatic off guard, especially if they have a mid-round rotation after the default. And maybe you see a player peel off from either the B or the A pressure, and Shazam will be able to catch one of those players, but not finding too much just yet. Going beyond the poison orb, Shazam really looking for
Good spot for Shaz.
opening pick here.
I mean, they don't have to do much more on this round. With him pushed up that far, there's no way they come
probably
back
get
around
jumped,
him.
spotted at
he's
that
good to
corner,
always
if
peek
anything.
That side. Luckily enough, the bombs or spikes just.
I'm unsure what
right,
Fnatic's doing right now.
and they're going to make
I don't know
sure
where they're gonna end up.
nothing is
They could end up
encroaching
anywhere.
into the sites. Sentinels are
They're
more than
defaulty.
happy to
Yeah.
let the Spectre.
I like it. That's
Wildangles.com.
That's kind of how you play this
Round.
map, though. Oh, you're
Slash
right.
Shazam.
Fnatic. A
Good
little
spot,
closer
buddy.
to these angles.
He
That's gonna be one
readjusted.
frag.
Very good.
Shazam probably knows there's more behind that jump as they're looking to rotate to either site, but he may have to move now that he got found out.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, huge pick, and it almost seemed like they tried to punish the fact that he was there as opposed to A, and then they walk into 10s. So only 3 players left
Durka.
for Fnatic as they make their way into that B site now.
Oh, my.
There's not much time left here. Durka,
Wow.
nice
Oh,
opening pick,
wow.
following it up as well, but it's optimistic
That
now.
was a nice
10
shot
seconds
on
to pass
10s.
the spike. He
Yeah,
might
it
just
doesn't
be able to
matter,
get this
but
down, but
still
he's got
nice.
Shazam
Oh
there.
my- dude, Shaz
Such a
is
presence on that B site.
unstoppable
That is
right now.
Sentinels
Another
tying
three-piece.
things up at the end of
Dude.
the first half.
6
6
is
to
up.
6.
Shaz is putting Sentinels on his
The
back
operator
right
came
now.
in huge for
10's is doing good, too.
The way that
Land
Fnatic was
player.
executing on the sites, able to get in, they were only having small windows to make those frags happen, and a small window is all Shazam needs. Over and over, we saw
Dapper
it on
kept
every
getting
site
unlucky
take,
that over there
and
too. He was
Shazam
getting
was
stage
a
diff.
very big key factor in making sure they were able to get that round.
Shazam's on 20 kills after the first half. That's that's not a bad start at all. My goodness.
Yeah.
You love to see that if you're a Sentinels
Okay.
fan.
Well, it's 6-6 now. And look back and forth. Almost trading round for round. There were a few pockets there where teams were getting in the groove. But we'll see if Fnatic can start to pick up this pistol. They have the wall. The intention's there on the side to block something out if they want to push. And you can see where they already have Doma and Durka pushed up to. They say, well, it's going to be here. Block them off immediately, and we'll stop their strat.
Just
so they have
later.
to call strat number 2. Looks like they'll back
Yeah,
off of this, actually, without seeing any pressure yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you're familiar with Fnatic's playstyle and there is a lot of information out there, with all these setups that they like to play.
I love how
It could
common
be a
the
way to
Reyna
isolate a couple players,
Ghost
knowing that they'd be playing these spots.
double devour
Dirk will be
is.
committing this defense from Yellow, and there's a swing. Gets the
Well,
dink,
that's why
but
it's good. He
Tens
gets one, and he
has the Ghost.
still has more.
And there goes the spike.
He gets a
down.
full heal out of that, and he
Sentinels
still has
in
more.
great advantage now.
Well,
They've got
almost
the
full.
clock playing against Fnatic as well as the post-plant
Oh, he
positioning
gets
and an
overhealed,
extra player
120.
as well. So
Yeah, you get
looking
overhealed.
very nice so far from
So
Sentinels.
when I said
One
full,
more,
I
that
meant
one
like 150. That's why I said almost full.
30-second heal for him.
sure.
Abilities coming back up. Sick.
Now he's full.
Yep.
Take some shots from the right. His 10's
Oh,
now
dude,
firing
he was so
forward.
close.
Finds one in two.
One
Poster
more
on the
bullet,
flank
and that
now.
was
This
going
could
into that guy's
actually be
head.
Huge as he's turned around on by
Oh,
Zams.
that
Who's gonna win
timing on
fight?
that flank.
The timing. Both are doing some damage there. It's up to Mystic now to try to do this. There's two players to worry about. Oh my
Wow.
goodness, Mystic somehow makes that one work. Perfect timing.
He has
Does he have
it.
enough though? Does he have enough time for this deep fuse? It's close!
Oh,
not quite.
Jeez.
Mystic. Such a good effort, but
Dude. I
Wow.
don't even know how he killed both
Oh
those two.
my
That's such a
word, he cut the
Valorant
wrong
thing that
wire.
happens
We
sometimes.
saw it right there. His hand
The
slipped.
heat, bro. He pulled the
Holy
heat.
moly, the point
The fucking bullets are midair as he's aiming at the other guy.
Okay. That is just something
Oh, we're
else.
seeing team
What
chat.
a
You see
round.
that?
Mystic again.
Still need to help
having
me
one
is
of
what
these
Dirk
rounds
said.
where he just puts himself in the
Oh.
spotlight.
Tilt.
Oh,
They're
it was
tilting.
just
Sen's
over
winning
that
this
Yep,
point.
yep. Sentinels is winning this map, dude.
Unfortunate.
Fnatic's tilted.
Sentinels pouring one out on that
Big
one.
round
They feel
there.
good to see that come into their favor. The pistol round goes to Sentinels.
ooh, Marshall coming out. I like it from Durka. Marshall is dangerous.
That's about as close as it can get to
Desperately
defusing.
looking for this one. They're actually going to challenge this, Riv. This
Oh.
feels
What?
quite scary. Durka will go down, though.
Ooh,
But
Good answer
Doma
back.
is there to represent.
Doma hitting.
Quick shot to
Domas.
the Doma.
Domas.
Another shot to the Doma. Almost gets another one. Zams takes him down, and they're going to be taking the site now. Boaster looking to get some early damage in, just misses out on Zams. And a great flank hold here by Shazam, but he's not going to find anything just yet, so it's a wonder if they'll take it all the way back.
He's like,
don't
wait,
know
I
if
saw
they have
someone's
to, but
legs.
It looks like they're
Dead.
still going to. You can see Fnatic
Looking
discussing
good
on
for
the other
Sen right
side,
now.
saying, all right, not a problem. You know, they know what they did wrong in that round. Let Mystic play this one out. And they're still good, still doing good damage on these rounds. They do get the marshals, they get a few sheriffs, they drop Dapper, they drop tens. They know as well. You see, Sens is just getting into their eco rounds, a little bit of a bonus.
Liking what I'm seeing.
So, or not eco round, sorry, just the bonus, and that will hurt for their next buys. If they're able to keep the operator off Shazam and things like that, it is a very big boon for them. Woo.
Great shots there. And as you say,
Oh,
getting in the damage, just making it feel as possible.
You
It's
see,
really
did you see him?
important.
He was talking about how
Does-
far away
definitely
you
goes a
guys
long
are to
way,
dab
especially
up.
at this level.
How do you know that's what he said?
And
It looked like it
that
when he was
long
dabbing left and
play
right,
from
because his
Durka and
teammates
Doma
weren't
will be
dabbing as
quite,
well, whoever was next to him.
crucial to Fnatic's success. You can see the drone will tag Durka. You can see that Sentinels
Plus, I'm
understand
a really
this.
good
They want
lip
to
reader.
always force this setup back because they want to deny the information from
right.
Fnatic, and they can do whatever they want after that. But you can see that the drone opening makes it fairly safe and not too much of an investment for Sentinels to do that.
Yeah.
And they know that they kind of have
This
to
is a
do
tough
that
map
because
to
of-
get
again, if
ults
you've studied Fnatic, you'll see Durka
orbs
and Doma
on.
with those close B setups.
It's
Because,
that
like, no matter
chess
what,
play.
from
You
both
have to
sides,
figure
you're
out what the
taking
move
somewhat
is
of a risk.
before you can take
Just
an
because of where
advance
they're
somewhere
positioned.
else, right? You got to see a few steps ahead.
Setup.
I mean, if they just
cool.
went to hit A there,
Oh, he's getting
the
one
push
for
is pretty
sure.
intense coming in from that side of Fnatic. There's shots come in to start the round as they trade 1-for-1.
And here comes the play
Wait.
more forward
my
in towards
God.
the A site now.
Almost see him.
Fnatic have to try to defend this. Don't think they want to play retake. Both are in the
He was
position,
already
get
up
taken
pipes.
Down.
They scaled
Great
so
though from
quick.
Durka. Has that Vandal to work with. And Fnatic have this backside control mostly still to play with, so that's a good omen for them.
That
But
Spectre's
Zom's up
so
close
hard
and
to beat
personal.
that
Spectre
close.
running out of bullets though, and the trades keep on
Yeah,
coming
bullets,
through.
he
Fnatic
kills
still with a
it.
I hate
chance
that
here.
shit when I'm
The
on the
Tens
receiving end.
is making it
Yeah,
impossible.
it's so hard to
Fantastic
beat that
finish from
close.
him. And that said, I did really enjoy Mystic, you know, with that forward push Riv. I think perhaps that is to punish the fact that they know that Sentinels will invest towards B long fairly heavily at that early timing, so it's safer for him to walk out that far.
Absolutely. Grabbing info is one of my favorite things. If you're not doing it, I feel like it's a problem.
Damn, the
So
fadeaway right
anywhere
there.
To get it, you know, Mystic's able to use
Didn't
that
expect the
perfectly,
repeat.
especially as
Nope.
the Viper to cut off positions.
The only reason he repeat because he had his teammate there.
And that's why we actually see Viper a lot. You know, you're changing the complete view of the site, all the angles you want to
Fnatic
create.
is
now that
stumped.
she's been in the mix a lot more for more teams. You play around that. She's not so.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. You guys know what I'm thinking right now.
Doing things for yourself.
I'm thinking I might eat my words, but it's only one map, so we'll see.
Plays, so Mystic being able to push up and utilize all
I'm
that
just,
space is absolutely huge because
I want to say it, but
delivers that to
back.
Boaster, and that's exactly how Fnatic works. Boaster wants all that information so he can walk around and they can start to pick apart their opponents for wherever. It's usually wherever Durka can get in and start getting first bloods, as we've heard of his stats.
And it does feel like, you know, as we see this tactical timeout coming from Fnatic, it's definitely very difficult from them because, you know, you mentioned
so quiet
rounds previously, and we saw
they're
how
so much quieter than the last casters. I feel like
was on the pistol.
I feel like they just turned the volume down a little bit.
Sentinels, and for them to be able to get off to a good start on the attack, where they're able to dictate.
Like on my last casters, the volume right here was the same as here.
Find themselves in, whereas Fnatic,
you know,
they're going to have to. I mean, it's very difficult on Icebox. It's hard to take risks on Icebox. There's other maps like Ascent or, you know, Haven, or there's lots of other maps in the pool where it's much easier for you on the defense to take the initiative and to try to adapt, but on this map it's much more difficult, I think. So it feels more
routes
oppressive.
Just aren't there.
Yeah, for sure. And it
wait, what time is it right now for EU?
A very confident team inherently, because you're not going to get.
I mean, what kind of EU are we talking?
Well, wherever, like where they are.
So
Iceland time?
Yeah. Like, is it really late right now?
Go into their following buy rounds.
10:40 p.m.
As we can see here, the money's not too good, so it's going to be a half buy
that is
through from
what? That's so late.
So maybe this would be around if there were to be any rounds featuring shenanigans. This would be a good place for it for Fnatic.
Exactly. They'll get
10:40 p.m.
On that side of Fnatic. If they lose this round, they will be able to buy next, no matter what.
They're just in there.
Snapper's going to start off with the Phantom.
Oh, it's almost 12 actually. It's 11
again,
points farther.
Sentinel's focus.
Dude, it's that late?
Yeah, it really seems once again
they're doing that
they
probably
know
for
that they can
viewership,
get
like
those
starting
kills
them.
there because Durka and Doma have been playing that forward setup very consistently. And so if you know you can get a couple of kills there, you can go for
it. Fucked off.
Yeah, that's late.
Out the back.
Because they're not
doing a
8
great
a.m.
job of saying,
Pacific.
hey,
They're not starting
really
matches
lose this
till
round.
3
Let's move this a
p.m.
bit of a death ball.
So
they break off.
like, that's way late, and that's
Doma
purely
can
for
come
viewership.
Yeah, I can see what's happening here. Fnatic's falling
steal
asleep.
by the time he gets back around.
No. We know what's really happening here, Mike.
Save this into the next round. That could also be
Let's
a
just
play.
be honest
do a bit
with
of damage
ourselves.
on the way out. Since
I won't say
this is such a hard retake. When you are retaking B, you need to invest a lot. In the beginning, I think a lot of teams didn't take B because it was just so open. It was hard to break off, really get a good strategy in, or make a util work because it ended up.
Last time Fnatic owned because it was the opener, dude. It was bright and early for them.
Here,
there's
split with the toxic screen.
I just looked it up in Reykjavik.
They're able to spam through it with a little bit of knowledge of what's coming. And Mystic will
doesn't Iceland get no darkness? Like they have no moon there?
I have no idea.
Oh, that was close. I was looking at the mini-map and I was like, are they gonna survive?
They have no.
He tucked in his arms and
Wait,
his hands, feet, arms inside the ride at all times.
But didn't that mean
Jordan? Why are you laughing at me?
Really creating a grab
they have
gap
no
for themselves
moon?
here with 4 up.
Well, no, like they have a moon, of course,
Yeah,
but
doing a
well,
great
maybe
job,
not. But
you know, if we're going to see a turnaround,
it's
obviously,
never
there's too many
dark.
more opportunities
No,
for
yeah.
Fnatic,
There's
but this
a
would be
time in
a
summer
great
where
one. They've
the
gotten
sun
a
is
very
out
good
for
sense of
24
what
hours.
Sentinels have been doing. Into
listen,
their
you
first
know what
round.
I mean.
Now we'll see.
No,
yeah,
operator.
It's
just funny the way he said it, as if like each region has a moon or something.
Challenge. 3 players here. Once again, that B long presence is maintained by Fnatic. They really want to win this. Durka actually going forward, gets the ding. Doma finishing off 10s. Res comes through though, and Sentinel's getting a lot of action towards this B long position once again.
Don't mind Mike. He's been streaming for a long time.
Maybe even
He's
asking
been up
questions
early.
through the tube. Mystic has to try to respond.
Shazzy, can't be stopped.
Anything for them.
You guys don't stand a chance against Sentinels. What's happening?
Dan, this means I think
how is this happening right now?
We're gonna have a very
Fnatic. I had some faith in you guys.
I'm not saying anything.
Are you kidding me right now with this?
I'm
keeping my mouth shut.
For the way they bought their utility,
but you know what I'm thinking.
Rounds become harder. Fnatic has to find a way to make these eco rounds count a little bit more because the bank of Sentinels is growing. And when Sentinels feel like they have control of the game, that means everyone is vibing. You don't need it to be a 10s. You don't need it to be a 6.
Yes.
And honestly, the IGL of Shazam right now is stepping up with the operator for the team if you were to look.
And it seems like there's such a good read here from Sentinels as to how Fnatic want to play and whether they can get their opening kills, because they've been reliably doing that.
Oh.
We do see
there we
Shroud
go.
getting taken out.
Fnatic's waking up, finally. The coffee is kicking in.
Be some small consolation for Fnatic to work with, but they don't have good weaponry. They're going to try to get that weapon. Zombs with the punish. Great flick onto Boaster. That will even the numbers up. And in the meantime, Sick has made his way towards B.
I'm asking Sean what he thinks about.
Already got their way in.
Like what EU teams are actually super well-rounded
utilities out. Dapper with a great kill.
Fnatic gives me like NA vibes.
And now Mystic's going to do what he can. He's been fantastic in these situations,
and
but alone
Liquid
now he
gives me like
tempers himself
semi-EU,
to not,
semi-NA
or
vibes.
make sure rather he does not go down. Here comes the retake from both sides. Still a little bit tentative.
Yeah, I feel it.
On the side of Fnatic
They're
as they
like,
watch their flanks, and it looks like they may allow
duels.
this round to go through.
Ooh, that sucks.
Oh, Mystic.
Ooh, the counter.
That really sucks for Sentinel.
Lighten the fuse.
And they can't leave. They got someone on the flank already.
It's getting quite awkward now. 3v3. Som's Viper's Pit is out of the picture, but Mystic has his own.
Oh, I like this.
Oh my god.
Magnum
Beautiful.
with the
That was well played by Magnum.
Yeah, really well played.
You hate to see it.
Fnatic woke up,
Perfect
baby.
play from Magnum.
We got ourselves a game.
One enemy remaining. I have this one.
This round is something else right now, Dan.
There's no time here really for Tens, is that? And that Viper's Pit is so much to work against.
That was really well played.
But maybe you can get a frag out of it at least.
From the Magnum.
That's the goal at least. Nope, and there it is.
That's what they needed right there. Right, like mentally, Fnatic.
Super smart
Fnatic
play
needed that,
there by Fnatic, taking it slow. The fact that
what is
Mystic
it, Mia?
didn't fully commit at any time, and he
What?
was still creating pressure.
Above
Viper
Fnatic?
does so much there, and really props to Mystic there, and then props to Magnum
actually.
for coming.
I've never seen that
finding
before.
Sick with patience. Patience was the play there for Fnatic.
Yeah, such brilliant
Europe,
timing
the
on that
Middle East,
wraparound,
and Africa.
Got it.
Such an important round to pick up as well. Fnatic,
I've never seen
we've been
EMEA
describing
either.
that.
Yeah, that was
Definitely on
really
the struggle bus. And, Fnatic, with the usual tricks, they're the slow orb, deep B long, that gives control for them, and that usually allows them to run the forward setups that they have been running, but this time they'll be leaving the operator on that one with Durka and having more presence towards the A side of the map, where Sentinels are putting all of their focus, so it works out quite nicely for Fnatic. But
what people saying, did you go to school? What do you mean? How would I know that?
The A site proper, because
I mean, most of the people that are probably saying that literally
things.
just Googled it themselves.
Boaster does have Hunter's Fury, so he might want to get out of the sites and play retake with that.
Yeah, it's a good eye. 3 ults on both sides. Blade Storm and Empress on the side of Sentinels. That Hunter's Fury, Res, and Lockdown. Are we going to see that here divide the site a little bit? Hunter's Fury will come first to hold the lockdown if it really becomes necessary.
Nice.
Spike play, and Zombs will fall. Eagle-Eye Boaster comes up
Fnatic
big.
getting alive.
Yeah.
Huge pick off to get.
Yeah. Nice
Mystic
shot.
goes in as well, finds Shazam, and there is a huge opening here now for Fnatic. But speaking of which, Tens is going forward. The trade comes through, though.
He was feeling it a little. Oh my god!
Wonderfully.
Fnatic's
That's
awake.
such a great hold from them.
This game is not
Couldn't have
over.
gone any better.
This game is not over.
lost a
Dwarf
single
Olive
player.
Doma there.
My god.
Such a great hold. That Hunter's Fury really did.
Oh, it's
in
attack
handy
pause.
as well.
I think I gotta
Taking
pee.
Out the Viper is always a nice way to start off.
So cleanly played. Fnatic definitely aren't pressuring themselves into anything they don't want to. They're playing it smart, like we saw with Mystic the other round, letting Sentinels in a little bit, giving them a false sense of security as they make it in. Doma will pop out, somebody else will pop out, and we'll see that it is just not able to be held by Sentinels at that time. But it is still Sentinels up currently in the game itself. As you see the series score on your screen, we have a little bit of a tech pause here as we get to kind of discuss what's been going on. It has been that game of chess, a lot of work towards the B site, and the operator sending a message has started to come out. Shazam's been doing it, and now we see Durka with the op here. As he's also been buying marshals on save rounds.
Yeah, for sure. Love to see that. That's definitely a confidence statement.
Yeah.
What's curious now is, what is the answer for Sentinels? Because momentum certainly has shifted into the hands of Fnatic. And
absolutely.
So the question is, you know, Sentinels, do they want to go back to B and just force the issue there? They know that Dirk and Doma like to play aggressively there. There's usually that slow orb that goes there from Fnatic at the early point of the round.
Fantastic timing. Wow.
There's a lot of money for Sentinels right now. They lose this, they can still buy. So Fnatic really need to keep chipping away at the block. Shazam to peek. This is the drone. This is the one they were doing a few rounds ago.
I think I've drank like
Sentinels
6 or 7 water bottles today.
This area is
oh my god, I can't stop.
Fundamental peeks here, making sure the Leer is out and the toxic screen. So everything's been the same so far. How do they vary it up? How do they change it from here? The reaction from Fnatic has been to allow them in. Mystic will call what utility he's seen, how it's being used, and then they'll have a pretty good idea of what they can do.
This is not looking good for Sentinels this round.
There we go.
They are very barely surviving.
Sentinels is
really
playing.
Committed. I think that they
need to like
such a smart little combo, the Viper combo.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yellow. That meant that he was elsewhere on the map, and they can't cross back now. And
Sentinels is playing so like simple,
Sentinels,
you know.
It's not ideal for them.
I don't think it's gonna work. They need to. They need to make Fnatic question, think. You know, they need to.
All of the smokes that are down.
I think they're. This is predictable right now. This is looking very predictable
to a
from
planting position here. For Sentinels, they're really working against it. It only gets
this is what Scream was talking about. When he was referring to predictable, he was referring to Sentinels.
Through the toxic
not V1.
screen, no less. That's not a good look for Sentinels.
Yeah, bad. Probably should have specified because now
too much to deal with Fnatic.
Now he ate his words.
Very strong there. That's one of those things, Riv, where it's like, you know, Shazam got the double up draft, spots that Durka is not B long. And so I think they understand that he's playing mid there and it has that cross. So they have a decision to say, well, if he's not there, then we have some advantages in the early timings towards B because...
Like, that's just unfortunate.
Okay, that is really unlucky.
You can't go back.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier than you'd think to spam through that smoke, though, you know?
Also, that is also unfortunate.
Another... Oh my god.
Have to retake just about everything. Which becomes very
honestly either way
tough.
though, that's just a tough one.
Killjoy here for Fnatic, not for Sentinels. They don't even have the
chase, and they have the res. I like this position.
If they have not taken
do they expect one more though?
Nope. Here to start with a res and Magnum.
Nice shot.
Firing down the sights, able to take out two.
Really nice shots.
Huge kills. Big fight around middle here from both teams.
Magnum. What a spot,
dude! Coming out ahead. 2 versus 3 for Sentinels. Up tube goes Zoms perhaps, trying to dodge the drone. And Sick needs to make some plays as well. He's crept his way through that.
Sick though, he could win this. He could,
oh, he's been spotted by the turret. Feels bad. Now he just has to hit the shots.
Nice shot.
And it's Sick after all. That's a fantastic shot onto Magnum. Leaving it up to Zoms with a minute to play with. He's got the spike. He's going to make his way towards this A site. And there is a real chance here for Zoms. He knows that his opponents will not be anywhere near this A site. He knows he'll have quite a bit of space to maneuver here in this post plant, but it's going to be a tough one.
No utility.
I don't know if he wins this, man.
No, they're both here.
They're both here. They can even wait for recon.
One peek.
The right click was not the play.
ADS in that goes over the head of Boaster. Who's got
you have a Vandal right there? That's why I love Vandal. Because if you have a Vandal, you can take those little, like,
near that
mini Shroudy peaks and just fucking block one and fall back.
Well, right there, he could have bopped the first one, 124 on him. He definitely could have bopped the first one, but he right-clicked for some reason. Might have been an accident, I don't know. He might have right-clicked by accident. Either he right-clicked by accident, or he was getting ready to, like, line up, you know?
Let's see what the buys are.
Did you text your dad, by the way, Mike?
Well.
No, not yet.
Difficult to deal with. Just even if he's not, we saw in one of the previous rounds, even the fact that he wasn't where he was expected, that was actually kind of an issue because he was playing mid instead and was cutting off that rotate. And then in this round, that quick peek in mid once again. So Dirk is showing a lot more presence towards mid early rounds, and that can mean a lot of different things. But does it mean that mid should be avoided entirely for Sentinels? Because that might be one of the normal reactions you'd expect. Sentinels are working the A side, but Mystic is so quick across the zip line.
This is looking dangerous.
And get out of there. That's
5-round lead.
A huge problem here. Fnatic are coming back massively, and Sentinels need something huge themselves to start working something back into this one, lest they lose this first map.
Fnatic are doing a great job as soon as Sentinels get to a site of just kind of info denying. Sentinels want to know what they're up against, what's happening. And then, on a spur-of-the-moment round,
Shroud jinxed it.
Find something on this
forward
No, I
and
didn't.
drops 10s immediately in the round. An unexpected thing. There's been no precedent set by Fnatic that they're going to be doing that. So varying it up, Fnatic is really starting to put things into the mix here to make sure Sentinels has to think twice. And Mystic again pushes up.
Nice shots for Mystic.
Not much left in the tank here now for Sentinels. Shazam against 4 players. And looking for that initial damage. Nice shot onto Boaster, but there's much more to be done, and they know exactly where he is now. There's no more element of surprise to work
Oh,
off
I
of.
like this.
Shazam starts to work his way around, and all his opponents have to do is stick together and not give him any opportunities. There's a turret laid down. Shazam, he knows he can't do too much here. He's going to be able to
He's
get
so
the spike
screwed.
planted for the extra money.
He needed one of those for sure.
Oh dear.
Dashing
Well,
out.
the fact that he even got away right there is crazy.
Yeah.
That almost looks
Yeah,
like
he
there
needed
was
one of
opportunity
those.
there for Shazam, but
A glimmer
get
of
shut
light
down.
at the end of the tunnel. Shut down,
Oh.
yeah.
All
There it
tied
is.
up,
Lined up.
baby.
Oh my word, Dan. These rounds, nail biting each time. There's really the utility use coming into each site, and then seeing how the second usage of utility is there to make sure it can work even better than
Mystic
last
played
time. You're
just
varying it up so the teams aren't seeing
So
the
well,
same
the
thing.
timing of
Here,
bringing
Mystic
down.
again
He brought the
pushes
wall
after
up
a
just to
quick
bring
play
it down,
to
like
drop 1, gets
with
2
not much
more
time.
After 10s. So what an impact round from him. And
That guy's
multiple impact
losing it,
rounds
dude.
defending B.
Buster's
A lot of credit
losing
to
it.
Mystic.
I mean, they're coming back
They're
right now.
vibing on the side of Fnatic
Yeah.
right now. You'd have to be after this many rounds in a row.
yeah, definitely. Everything they're doing is working, and Dirk is back to his normal positioning.
The
here,
same
watching
thing happened
after
twice
Be
now.
along with that operator, he'll be spotted by the drone, and we might see the lurk up mid here coming through from Tens. And
Damn,
Dirk are looking
Tens
for
up
a
too
play in the
quick. They might not
shoot,
expect
but Tens
this.
has gone up into kitchen. This
The
could
robot.
Be, this is,
The
this
robot's
is the
gonna
X factor
reveal
in this
it.
round. We'll see what Dirk can do, holding on to Yellow in the ice orb, but he's able to get
know.
himself the kill, and he's still sticking around with the cloud burst with the knives out. It's definitely a dangerous prospect for Sentinels, but they'll deal with him eventually.
Ooh.
Nice,
Dapper takes down
dude.
Dirk ahead in
And
the
he has the
clouds for
rotation
moment,
held.
and his
They're
10
gonna wait for
gets
this tube guy
Magnum.
though.
It looks like
Oh, he's
Sentinels
aware.
put themselves in a good spot
Enzy.
for this round.
He's taking his spot.
And that's going to be the Viper's pit going down.
gonna
Dapper's
see
in
what
it.
happens
He'll
with him.
Yeah,
Oh, he does.
yeah, I knew it. The second that Sova ult
Mystic
went,
getting a
I
frag
knew Tens would
as
get
the
hungry
Hunter's
for
Fury
it.
comes across as well.
Little Rezo, 4v3.
I knew he was going to get
Double
hungry for
res.
it.
Things
Double
taken into
Rezo,
res.
4v4.
A brief period of calm as they
You got
set
a
up the
killjoy
retake.
ult about to
Fnatic.
pop down, I'm sure. There it is.
Very scary stuff.
Counter ult to
There's
destroy.
your solo.
There
Yep.
goes the Hunter's Fury. That's going to be very problematic here for
Not seeing the kill. I don't know where
Fnatic.
Shaz got that,
Shazam
but
able to
whatever.
take down both. So wrapping
Trades.
around, Domo's able to find one. The trade comes through. Magnum taps the spike, forces out some util out the
got
Viper's
it.
pit. He perfectly
God.
baited Sick there.
Oh my
God.
Gets the next
What?
one as well. And that is it. Can
He
he
doesn't
find the
have
time?
it, but
no,
how
not
did
quite.
he like walled him
Didn't
through
get it
yellow?
up to
Or, like,
halfway.
full, what?
It
If I
was a
could
great
be-
attempt.
Even his model didn't
And
know how to
somehow
die.
Sentinels fell sideways. It had to be this
What
one,
the
obviously.
heck?
Fnatic
That was
in so much trouble there.
Oh my word. So hard to run in that deep snow. There was no way he was getting away.
Even his model didn't know how to
wow.
die.
Everybody
I want to see
playing
that again,
hard as
actually.
well. The teamwork coming
You're gonna see it
through
from his
each
POV.
side. Everybody playing their little parts in these rounds from Sentinels and Fnatic to now bring us to our final round.
maybe
if
him
possible.
dying,
Another
maybe.
tie to bring
Oh,
us
never
to
mind.
overtime
Yeah, I'm dying.
on the day. Cannot wait to see already
So
on the
it I saw
Wow.
a little
game
dink.
one of
The
this
head
series,
was
who then
still
again
where he
takes on
dashed
EU
from.
and
Yeah.
we're almost through
That's where he got
Icebox.
the kill from. It
Round
didn't register that the
24
jet moved.
on the board here.
That was
Can
strange.
Fnatic keep it going?
Must have been like, the timing must have been perfect of that death
Yeah.
and dash.
Yeah,
Shazam
yeah.
with the Blaze Storm out is
That's what I
looking
was
after
talking
mid
about
at
though with the
moment.
bullets. They're like,
Not much play around here.
you could like
because
kill each other, you
worth
know? in this
mentioning there's no
game.
operators on the field at the
So,
moment. The
Because like the bullet travel
weaponry,
time.
not the
That's
best
interesting shit like that
designs
happens.
on that board.
Have you seen that?
No.
I haven't seen anything like
But
that before.
I've seen people kill each other. Yeah.
Presence
Wait,
is quite
what?
useful in terms of gathering that
Yeah,
information.
you
Like
shoot at the same
trade?
time.
And there's a
Apparently,
delay
you're
taken
you're
to
you're not
Belong as
supposed
well
to be
coming
able
through
to,
now
but
from
it's
them as well.
happened.
But
I
Magnum's
guess.
actually going and asking some questions.
Okay.
Let's get tapped by the
Sounds-
drone.
Someone find a
Falls
clip.
back,
Sounds
actually
made up.
survives.
Calling Jordan a
Dirk
liar
also
right
is
now?
down as
Fairy
well.
tale.
I'm find a
Quite
clip.
the rotation,
Dirk
but maybe
just
not
caught
just
him.
straight through.
Massive.
Takes down Durka.
That's such a
And
big
Sentinel's off to
kill
a good
for
start.
this.
We'll try to clinch this one.
Oh,
This mid
Tens,
control coming from
dude,
Sentinels
owning.
as well, but a nice shot from Domo will cut that in half.
Oh my
Now
God,
just
man! They were. I think they're gonna win.
lurking
I think they're gonna win.
Storm ready for him.
Holy.
Cutco door to
all
door
of
out
that
of
comeback
Doma.
just to take
In
the
tens,
L.
we trust.
Sentinels make
Oh,
their move
man.
on the post plant. Mystic, he's got a lot going for him, but this is a tall task.
Certainly is. Mystic making his way forward to see what he can get done here.
Well,
Well,
I
not
mean,
too much.
it's really just that
Excellent.
easy for the poison.
Excellent final
Wow.
round to close things here. Sentinels were
Wow.
in so much trouble with, but they managed
NA
to lock
just
in
gave him
map
hope
one of
just
this
to
best of three
crush
series
it.
against the European
Eesh.
Masters, Fnatic.
Yeah, absolutely.